sort of a whitewash or a stain that you put on normal. It's astounding to me how many Christians still want normal for their lives. Let me see if I can help you with that. Let's dissect how normal people live. See, if you're out in culture and you're living normal, then the answer is you. That's why we got a why. You are the most important piece. You are the most critical element in your life. And you run through the filter of your life. Does it make me happy? Does it bring me any level of satisfaction? Now, normal people may have a little bit of spirituality. So we did a J for Jesus. And so, maybe it is Jesus. Maybe people who are living normal lives, they have consideration for others. I mean, if they were standing in line at the store and, they had like 100 items they were checking out with and the person behind them had 2, they would consider, letting them go ahead, or, maybe they'll put their shopping cart back so no one else's car runs into it. Now, based on Walmart's parking lot, that's not very many of us, but they would consider. They might sponsor a child because they say, look. I have an affinity. I have a sense of caring for my world and caring for others. But the reality of it is, if you watch their actions, I mean, that is an afterthought. That's something you kind of do after all the rest of the you boxes are checked. And then, if there's some, it is. If you watch their actions, I mean, that is an afterthought. That's something you kind of do after all the rest of the you boxes are checked. And then, if there's something left over, that's what you do. Here's the remarkable part. When people come to Christ, more often than not, as they begin to adjust in their lives, here's the adjustment. See, they would say, no, I get it. I get living for myself is kind of selfish. I get that, and so I've toned this way down. And the reality is, I mean, Jesus comes into play, and what the Bible says, I consider that so much more quickly, and I give it so much more weight in what I do. But ultimately, this is still about me. This is still about what makes me feel good and what blesses me. To pull out a towel. Because when you follow me, others are more important than you. Every once in a while, we'll ask you to serve. We'll say, hey, we really have a place and we want you to serve. And you just need to know, we don't ask you to serve because we've got an empty slot. We ask you to serve because you'll never be more like Jesus until others become more important than you. And whether that's changing diapers, which I'm just telling you, that'd be a lot like Jesus. He did it for the disciples a whole bunch of times. Or whether you're dealing with junior high kids, and that would be weird. But when you serve, you look like Jesus. Deny himself. Take up his ministry, take up his cross, follow me. Which means, you ready for this? It means you go in third place. And Jesus said, if you'll get weird, you'll find life. This will change everything. And you're going to begin to live it away and find a joy and find a contentment in your life you never knew possible, but it's only on the far side of weird. Hey guys, what if we had weird marriages? What if we had marriages where the husband and the wife loved each other